just kept yelling at them. I went to the DNC. I talked to them in person. I was like, what are
the whole Democratic Party.
you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? Why aren't you nominating a leftist? Why aren't you nominating a socialist?
Have you thought of running in elections?
No.
Well, why not?
Because
Look, it's a horrible thing to do. I've done
The answer is because there's no money and there's no clout.
Because my life gets destroyed all the time doing what I'm doing anyway. I mean,
come on.
Gets destroyed? Yeah, seriously, come on. Gets destroyed? You're making money from one of the largest corporations on the planet. Out, asking a woman, referring to her gender. In, asking rightoids, what is a woman? Referring to her age. Hutch is locked the fuck in.
Okay, other smart people.
Okay, there you go. Jeffrey Epstein, yes or no, Hutch?
I do. Yeah, but if he had a D next to his name and he was running for a
oh my God.
I would probably vote for him. I'm just saying.
King.
Wild.
Not kidding. Not a joke.
King.
Thank you for coming. We had some fun. I'm glad you felt like you could say what you wanted to say.
America would be a better place if people who think like you just all roped. But otherwise, it was
Solid. Solid. Glowing endorsement.
Okay. Based. Hasan clip.
Complain about their union brethren being super right wing and super reactionary and voting for Donald Trump, and obviously the alternative is the Democrats, which is also a liberal party that's also a bourgeois party, and they're not necessarily representing their interests either. But
what do you mean not necessarily?
They're not
They
representing.
treat them like deplorables. Remember?
Yeah, that's
Do you
true.
remember Hillary?
Yeah, no, for sure. but like there is an opportunity there.
Donald Trump didn't really have to try very hard to become president of the United States.
No.
Can you tell the country by the buzz frequency? I believe you can, right? 60 hertz is the buzz frequency for the United States, and I think other places are 50. I don't know if it has to do with voltage or what, but...
No.
He had the Clintons and the Obamas doing all his work.
I feel like it's higher. Like, this isn't an American buzz. It's not, right? Hold on. It's the AC frequency. Like, this one is lower. This is a 50 hertz one, right? Because it's probably, it's in some other country.
His work for him.
Yeah, and not only.
I think. Wait.
I mean, even with Kamala Harris.
No, it's definitely right. Hold on.
Harris too. And not only. I mean.
I think it's 50. I think it's 50.
Enough. I also
Stop! I wasn't watching. I was watching Hasan.
To try very hard to become president of the United States.
No.
He had the Clintons and the Obamas doing all his work for him.
Yeah, and not only. I mean, even with Kamala Harris too. Oh my God.
What do you mean? Especially
Kamala Harris. It was disastrous. And I just kept yelling at them. I went to the DNC. I talked to them in person. I was like, what are
the whole Democratic Party.
you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? Why aren't you nominating a leftist? Why aren't you nominating a socialist?
Like, this is a disaster.
Hasan, why did you go to the DNC?
You get in there and make it about Palestine.
The DNC want Trump to be in the presidency if the alternative is somebody like Mamdani or, our friend Bernie.
Yeah.
They actively chose Trump in 2015-16 over Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
They knew what they were doing.
Yanis was in the failed Greek socialist government for like 6 months before he got kicked out for being too retarded economically, even for socialists. Is that true? I don't know anything about him, but... Jesus!
DNS. It always works great for me. My network never goes down because I use static routing. The Earth is flat, and so is my enormous OSPF-LSDB. I turn off spanning tree because it is socialist. 32 loopbacks everywhere and no hackers can touch me. My Ethernet cables are so good, they're Cat 6.7. That's 1.59 terahertz, idiots. I only only use half duplex because that's the only way to have polite conversation. Latency is a myth invented by...
This is epic, and if you don't think it's epic, it's just because you don't know all the stuff that we know about the internet, guys, okay?
Have you thought of running in elections?
No.
Well, why not?
Because
Look, it's a horrible thing to do. I've done
The answer is because there's no money and there's no clout. That's his answer. There is a good answer to this, but I don't know if Hasan, he should have an answer prepared for this. He might have even been given in the past. The good answer for this is that's just not where his particular talents are suited, right? That's my answer, right? I don't know if I would be necessarily as impactful as an election running person. That's just not what I excel at.
Because
Look, it's a horrible thing to do. I've done it. I can confirm that it sucks.
Yeah.
Big time. But those are the jobs. Someone's going to do it.
I know, but
These people have to vote for someone. What are you going to say to them when the midterms come?
Well,
Don't vote?
No, of course not.
Well,
but I have
who are they going to vote for? The Democrat who wants to...
I have my people. That's why I'm...
yeah, okay, you have your people, but not everywhere.
That's true. But my goal is to try to...
And why should these people have their lives destroyed by being elected and not yours?
Well, it's not even about like...
God, he's such a himbo. He's so fucking stupid. Oh, God, it's so embarrassing. Gee, okay.
My life...
He's trying to like give an answer that sounds smart while also navigating the fact that he inhabits mutually exclusive positions at different times because he wants to do... he wants to do like propaganda for liberals to convert them into more radical things, but he's trying to get away from that, I think, as of recently. He's trying to be more like the liberal guy. Now that Mamdani is elected, he wants to take credit for that election and then pretend that like he's cool with the Democrats because he knows that they're probably going to win a lot of their elections in the midterms and he wants to be on the cool team or whatever. It's just so fucking cringe.
Being destroyed necessarily, but... Because my life gets destroyed all the time doing what I'm doing anyway. I mean,
come on.
Gets destroyed? Yeah, seriously, come on. Gets destroyed? You're making money from one of the largest corporations on the planet. By market cap, what is Amazon? What number? What rank? Your life is destroyed? This is like the most bougie champagne socialist statement in the world. My life is destroyed. By the way, I just came back from an all expenses paid trip to China, and I'm giving a speech in Qatar in a few days, or I don't know how long ago this was. Like, really? Your life is destroyed?
No, I'm able to...
You're having fun here.
No, I know, but I'm able to overcome it regardless because I have like built...
Overcome it?
This resilient base of support.
You haven't built anything, bro. If you got banned from Twitch, your life would be fucking over. Maybe he could make it on YouTube. If he got banned from those two platforms, he'd be gone. If he got like the Fuentes treatment, if he got the Destiny treatment, he would rope immediately. Oh, this is in Qatar? Okay, nice.
And I have ways of working around it. You know, I get banned on Twitch. I go to...
What do you work around? You make money from Twitch, and I think YouTube, I assuming you run those channels, you make money from the two of the largest corporations in America. What are you working around? What?
YouTube. But my point is there's a finite amount of time and energy and effort that I can spend on this, and I feel like this is how I can maximize my output.
Sure.
Doing agitative propaganda, I think, and also creating a community that is then going out and participating in their own local elections, as many people in my community have already, to success.
At some point, you have to go to graduate to the level where
you're doing actual work. Yes, yeah, more than just making a fuck ton of money on YouTube and Twitch.
Take their voice and you put it into some kind of.
Say you did it with Mamdani. That'll make me come. Please say you did it. I did that with Mamdani, New York.
Assembly. Some kind of Congress, maybe a state one, maybe a federal one.
I don't know. I know a guy.
Get ready.
I know a guy. His name is Cenk Uygur. He tried to do that and he failed spectacularly. So
now you quit?
Failure is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, in 19...
This is why I respect people like Cenk, as much as I hate him and his politics now, infinitely more than people like Hasan. Hasan is very much like Donald Trump here, and that it's the reason why somebody said he's dual streaming. Is he finally? Did he finally get on that dual stream train? Finally? Because if so, congratulations for taking 5 years to do it. Donald Trump is too much of a coward to support something that's not a like 99% success. That's why Donald Trump was fucking dicks out for Netanyahu and then, hightailed it out of fucking Ukraine. And he didn't want to risk anything there because he doesn't know if it's a surefire thing. Donald Trump only takes 100% won battles. That's it. And Hasan is the same. Hasan will never do anything adventurous or anything that, has a risk of failure. I don't know if it was Hasan or somebody else was attacking me on Twitter for my, compare Mamdani to the guy that Destiny supported in Omaha. We were the only thing that was helping that guy's campaign. We were his entire canvassing operation. corporation and did a lot of like behind the scenes stuff for him too. And the guy came in, this was a primary where he entered at 0%. Like nobody even knew who this guy was. Like I would much rather, well, not much rather, but like, I think it's more admirable to put your efforts towards things like that, where success isn't guaranteed or even low, than just like backing the most mainstream popular things ever and never throwing your voice behind anything else ever. Like that's just so cowardly to me. And Hasan is like that. He's way too afraid to try something that could fail you. You know, like Cenk took a big risk when he ran for that primary, and people are going to make fun of him. I think I even make fun of him sometimes for how horribly he performed. But hey, at least he tried. He was willing to throw his hat in the ring for it.
I mean, in 1905, the first Russian Revolution failed, and it gave us Sergei Eisenstein's magnificent movie, The Battleship Potemkin, which was an important, first step towards the real thing.
Honestly, we could get Hasan in Congress easily. Oh my God. Do you think Gudgel could have won if you didn't get shafted? I don't know, maybe. It would have been a fight. I mean, like I said, he came in as a super underdog for that. Would depend on a lot of things. Who knows? I don't think it was me. I'm not attacking Gudgel either. I don't think it was me getting shafted that was the problem. I think it was the way that Gudgel responded to it, which was the thing I didn't consider beforehand, is that like, are you ready to like do politics? Because it can get very brutal. Rather than seizing on the publicity around that, they kind of folded immediately. I say that sounds all negatively loaded, but this guy was like a super nice dude who's been loved by everybody in his life because he did a lot of like nice, cool shit. He just seemed like a really lovable guy. And then he had people calling him, like trying to threaten his teaching license. Like I just don't think he was ready for how brutal the political scene was. Vaush thinks the loneliness epidemic is about people being addicted to their phones and not touching grass, but he's too privileged to understand that the real reason people aren't going outside anymore is because it's way too expensive. People aren't socializing less because they're phone addicts or they're antisocial or any of the bourgeois rich-splaining you can usually expect from Vaush. Damn, oh my God. This is bait? Are you saying this is bait because it's actually bait, or you're saying it's bait because it's retarded and you can't believe anything is ever written on the internet that's stupid? Never mind. I think this is actually bait. If you weren't such an out-of-touch wealthy streamer, he'd know that the real problem was people don't go outside because the economy is fucked and everything's gotten too expensive, and people have been priced out as a result. To give an example, I went on a date the other day with a chick I met on Tinder. Here's a breakdown of the date and how much everything cost. Dinner. First, it took a long time to even pick out a place to eat. She kept suggesting going somewhere casual, like a fast food place, but I thought that would be pretty lame for a date. Eventually, we decided on an all-you-can-eat sushi place. You know how much that was? $35 per person. I didn't want to tip, but my date insisted, since she said not tipping would only hurt the waitress, and put down the tip as 20%. So that's $84 just for one dinner. I don't even really like sushi that much. I just got the teriyaki chicken off the kids menu. This is a troll. Okay, it's a meme post, right? We went to see the new Iron Lung movie. The tickets were $40 each after tax. Then we had to get snacks, 2 large drinks, red vines, and 2 large popcorns. We got 2 popcorns because I didn't want her to keep reaching over to grab some because that's fucking annoying. That was $35. Gas. Okay, good meme. Holy shit. Read the last paragraph. Northern Lion says that women love sushi. Do you agree with this brand heuristic? Yes. Women love sushi so much that even when they hate fish, they'll love sushi. They're like, oh, I get cucumber sushi. I don't know why, but it's hidden OP. That's like, yeah, that's a stealth tech, okay, but it's good. So I told her she was dumb as shit and kicked out of my car. $502 for a date, and there wanted to be a second one. Maybe Vosh can afford to throw money around like that, but I and most normal people like me can't. I wonder if people just prefer to stay home for the weekend. Based. I just saw this. The New Yorker's art department never misses. Now I do a male one. Men always love char grilling things, even if they are vegan, question mark? I feel like everybody should love char grilling things, no? Why do you think Vosh and Hasan are at opposite ends? Vosh is black-pilled if take JD over Newsom, and Hasan is trying to realign a bit. Well, Vosh is literally still on his fortress arc. I think he's just there forever. I think Vosh doesn't give a fuck who he's working with or what he's doing. He's content. He probably makes a lot of money doing his live streaming stuff. I think all of his stuff is still monetized. He just sits and he does his thing, and he probably enjoys it. Vosh is probably like super comfortable, would be my guess. Whereas Hasan like needs to be building clout and moving in a positive direction, or else he feels like he's losing ground. Vosh is complaining about the fortress arc. Yeah, I see. I still get posts that pop up on my Reddit app from Vosh's sub, and a lot of people in his thing are kind of annoyed about him not expanding his stuff, but I don't know if he'll change it or not. He's probably really comfortable where he's at. I don't think he's had any crazy drama or anything in like a year or more now. I don't know if you've moved on, but I heard a lot of misrepresentations about AI cognition. Don't care. Tomorrow. We'll do it later. Comparing myself to my girlfriend's ex. Drew.